am very happy that you have invited me for Atomy Oceania's April one-day seminar. Thank you so much for having me today. I am Journals Master Soomin. Yay! Nice to meet you all. So when I was invited to talk about Atomy's vision during today's one-day seminar, I pondered, what could I share with Atomy Oceania? And I just decided to share my honest stories because Atomy is just so simple. So simple that anyone can do it and everybody can achieve success in Atomy. Why is that? It's because Atomy is a company with a value. And values and core values throughout the times never change. No matter what, the basics of great products, great marketing plan, great distribution haven't changed throughout the times. Now, to leave out the soul, the essence of our company, which is in our motto, cherishing the spirit, which is the love, and creating the vision, which is to think differently, and following the faith, believing in ourselves, in the company, in the philosophy, believing in everything that we are acting towards to, and serving in humility. Acting out what we believe in with humility. So I believe Atomy, as a company, is whole by itself. It's a perfect tool for success. So success in Atomy comes down to become very simple. We just have to take our part. So then what is our part? What do we have to do? And then I say we just need to do 3 things. And I'm going to share that 3 things with you guys today. This is a simple guideline together with my story, how I got to know about Atomy and how I grew to be a better leader in Atomy, and 3 simple things that made me who I am now, which is use, share, and attend. USA, 3 things. Okay, of course we have a premise to these actions. You need to have a vivid dream that you want and are determined to reach it, get that thing, no matter what. But sometimes, even though we have a clear dream, we desire more than anything else. When we face rejections, adversities, and unexpected difficulties along the way, we happen to kind of lose our dream to our enemies. So who is our enemies? It's actually ourselves. The doubts that we have about ourselves. That is our worst enemy in becoming successful. That was my worst enemy when I met Atomy. So do not let the world steal your dream from you. And this is why I want to remind all of us today to take 3 actions today, DUSA every day, in order to stop the world from stealing our dreams from us. Okay, so before going into the main topic, let me share a bit about myself. I was a university student when I tried Atomy product for the first time. Back then, I was about to graduate and looking into options on how to live my life, whether to get a decent job or to start my own business. And this is when my mother introduced Atomy products to me and offered the business also. Actually, this was not the only time she was talking about Atomy. She has always been talking about Atomy to me for a long time, but I never bothered to listen. And yes! Hey, this is my mother. Has anyone seen or met her before? She is just so beautiful, isn't she? She is 64 years old this year. Well, you cannot guess her age, right? You look at her glowing skin. She is a Royal Leaders Club member. Now then, if you have a mother like this, will you be supportive? Many would say yes. I mean, most would say yes, right? Maybe some of you might even volunteer. Oh, mommy, I will be your PA, personal assistant, since, you're about to graduate from your university if you're in my shoes, right? But I wasn't one of these many commoners. I was one of a kind of a bad daughter. And I only do and use what I believe in. Yes. So do you know what this product is? Yeah, that's right. It's Atomy toothbrush. Have you all tried this product? Probably yes. It's only around $1 and it's super, super duper nice. But can you believe that I didn't even use one product from Atomy, this $1 toothbrush from Atomy, even when my mother told me to try. I didn't use any product in Atomy for 5 years and a half. 5 years and a half. Like, can you believe that? I'm like such a badass. Ooh. Okay, because I had a big prejudice against networking companies and I thought Atomy wasn't even a legit company at the time, honestly. I thought of Atomy as a scheme, a scandal, some fraud. And I believe that not using the products in Atomy was actually helping my mother quit Atomy faster. I was trying to help. So, now you can see the question mark. I can see the question mark in your faces already. How come you are now presenting as a Sharon's master then? Doesn't make any sense, right? If you see the picture in the next slide, like I'm going to show you, you will understand. But wait a second. No screenshots. No screenshots, no photos from here, okay? Okay, so this is me! Yay! I had sensitive skin full of troubles ever since I was a teenager. I've had these problems ever since I was 17. I've tried almost all the different kinds of Korean skincare brands and nothing really helped me out. So I was a hopper. We say in Korea, skincare hoppers. We move from one brand to the other brand. We try out everything, but kind of like nothing's really helping out. Obviously, so I thought, if famous brands didn't do me any good, what can Dipojap brand do anything? What is Dipojap brand? Is a Korean term to ridicule a brand that you never heard or seen before. Because at the time, among youngsters, Atomy wasn't so famous. But now look at me. Doesn't my skin look good? Like glowy and dewy and very clear and nice. I think I look way younger now than I was in the picture. The transformation took only 6 months. I was just so amazed by the power of Atomy products. I fell in love with Atomy products, and the more I digged into this company, the more I became interested to try it out. I told you I was looking for something to do, right? And here's a brand that I met that fits all the 4 questions I set as a standard for choosing a good brand. So what is it? What is it? Number 1, is it what people need? Are they dealing with daily necessities so that even during the war, this will be sold out? Such as during the COVID pandemic times. Pandemic is a war. We are fighting the disease. But then, during COVID pandemic, Atomy is doing so good sales. Number 2, is it a cost-effective product, keeping to the basics of a great product with absolute quality and absolute price? I don't think I need to mention more about this. Number 3, is it only available from our website? Is it something that nobody else can copy and paste into their own shopping mall? The one and only product. Yes, it is. The reason why the skincare was so effective on me was because Atomy skincare uses Kerry's technology, Korea Atomic Energy Research Institute's technology, and it's patented inside our skincare product. You cannot find it anywhere else. So this is the one and only skincare. Hemohim also, right? Number 4, is it expendable? Is it something that I can only buy from my neighborhood, or can I buy it from everywhere around the world? Can I only make sales from my neighborhood or around the whole world? Yes, Atomy is a global one-server business. So I thought, this is what I was looking for. So I began my Atomy business right away when I was 23 years old at the time. So the next question I had was, how can I be successful in Atomy? This is where the USA comes in. Use, share, and attend. Let me talk about use first. Use doesn't mean, I've tried Atomy toothbrush and it was nice. No. Use means be the Atomy product lover. No. Let me rephrase it here. Product mania of Atomy. I will say go over product lover. You have to be the mania. Mania, this. This is my house. Every corner of my house is filled with Atomy, from skincare, living products, fashion products, hair and body products, to health supplements, anything you name it, you can find it. Ask yourself now, how many Atomy a day? 하루에 몇 텀이에? We say in Korea, if you're not doing 100텀이, which is using 100 Atomy products a day, do not say you are a product mania or doing Atomy business. No, you're a consumer. Atomy Korea shopping mall now has over 400 plus products, and Azamo has more than 10,000 products. Yes, you might say, yeah, that's Atomy Korea. Yeah. Although in Atomy Oceania, there could be lesser products launched, but don't worry, all this is gonna come real soon with global shipping services from Atomy Korea. And even now, we don't have to even get that far. Ask yourselves, okay, have I tried all the products launched at Atomy Oceania shopping mall? That answer has to be yes. You might say, isn't it a bit too extreme? Yeah, you might say so it is. But I emphasize using Atomy products a lot to my members. It is because you have seen in my before and after picture, right? If you yourself experience a transformation by using Atomy products, no one will be able to keep still. I cannot keep my butt stick to the chair because I have to go and share how good this skincare is to everybody around the world. Okay, if you try yourself, you don't need to make any effort to share because your testimony just comes out so naturally and you do not need to make any effort behind it. And people believe in your genuine sharing. This is the reason why we need to try everything out. And number 2, second is share, S, among the USA. Share means action. What do I mean by action? After trying our products, that love and passion comes up from inside your heart, do not hesitate and be in the house, but just do something. Do something. Okay? I'm really the queen of no plan and just do it. Like the Nike. After being crazy about our products, I couldn't just keep still. I bought the plane ticket right next month and packed 3 luggage bags and off I was to Malaysia, Kuala Lumpur. And if you ask me why KL, why Kuala Lumpur, why Malaysia, I don't know why. I just wanted to do global business and I just went to Malaysia because Atomy Malaysia opened at the time. I wasn't thinking. I didn't even know Malaysia was a Muslim country or had diverse races living together or that Malaysia has its own language called Melayu. I thought it was English-speaking country, but apparently it wasn't. I didn't know how to renew my visa. On day 1, I didn't even book any accommodation and I realized that only after landing in the KL airport, I don't have anywhere to say what to do. I prepared thoroughly Atomy products, Atomy brochure, Atomy posters. About Atomy, I was really prepared. But then I didn't think about the survivor part. People tell me, why are you so reckless? Yeah, I might look dumb and reckless sometimes, but I believe because I took action right away and jumped into it, I could have reached there. If I thought and tried to prepare everything, most likely I wouldn't have been able to come where I am now. Because while preparing, I would have become too knowledgeable about everything and then have become probably too scared to try it out and challenge. I must have been too crazy, crazy in Atomy vision, to have done that. And I advise the same to you. Do Atomy, focus on Atomy, take action, do 8 core, do 8 steps of success, go out to the field and meet people when you're crazy, when you have that first love pumping in your heart. If you wake up from being crazy, you can never succeed in Atomy. I really believe in this. Dr. Lee Sung-yeon in Atomy said 불광불급, which means get crazy to reach. Otherwise, you can just remember this. The people who are crazy enough to think they can change the world are the ones who actually do. Okay. But to be honest, there comes those moments that make you wake up from your craziness, right? So let me share my little secrets to never waking up about being crazy. Because people ask me, how can you become so crazy? When I started my Atomy business, my mother was a Star Master and a leadership member, but also a broke Star Master. My father's construction business had gone bankrupt at the time when I was in high school. So ever since then, my mother had been the head of the household, supporting the family and paying back all the debt and interest every month. So this is the background behind why my mother, despite the very good income that Atomy provided, couldn't support me financially. So after moving to Malaysia, I couldn't afford even to rent one room. So I stayed at my partner's center. I washed, cooked in the center, and I slept on the sofa. I kept my personal belongings in the storage so no one will know besides my partner. Every time going to bed, I would regret, dearly, why did I decide to come to Malaysia? But then the next morning again, I regained my craziness and I went out again and took the action. Because I don't know anyone in Malaysia, I would also walk around most of the time, despite the super hot tropical weather. I was handing out Atomy flyers to people on the streets, in the open cafes, and saying, "Hi, do you know Atomy? We are a new shopping mall opened from Korea." So after tons of rejection every day, I would wet my pillow before going to sleep and say, why the hell did I come to Malaysia? And why the hell did I start Atomy? And again, the next morning, I regained my craziness and I would go out again, Atomy! And took action. One incident really represented my situation back then. The two of us, Zhonghua and me, we were walking around the SST region for around 2 to 3 hours, and it was scorching hot. It was around 35 degrees Celsius. We became so thirsty and went into McDonald's to cool down a bit before continuing the work. And when we sat down next to our table, there was this couple having a McDonald's ice cream. I was staring at them and I couldn't hold the urge and asked Jungha, hey, why don't we have some ice cream? Because, we worked so hard today, right? It's only 50 cents. Don't we deserve an ice cream today? So Jungha opened her pouch and then took out her coins. And then she counted and then told me we don't have enough money to go home if we buy 2 ice creams. So we bought only one ice cream, McDonald's ice cream, that was only 50 cents and we had to share. I cannot forget that ice cream. So people ask me if I share about this and the stories of how I began my Atomy business in Malaysia and how I took to action all this despite these difficulties. People ask me, why the hell did you continue? If it was so difficult for you back then. What's the secret to continuous action and crazy passion and keeping the first love about Atomy? Then I will say the answer is A. What is A? Among the USA, it is A. A is to attend. Attending the system. Attending the system. Being plugged into the system. So what does this mean? I do not only mean physically you're at the center, physically you're attending Success Academy, and then you are now watching the 1-day seminar. This is attending the system, right? That is the basics. Of course, we need to do all this, but I mean a much wider aspect. Being plugged into Atomy vision, being plugged into your dream. If you're not plugged into your dream, if you're not plugged in to your Atomy vision, you cannot continue. So you need to keep on thinking, am I plugged in or did I plug that out? Okay, Atomy system is like a compass, I believe, helping you voyage your life towards your dream. Atomy is also full of people who are following their dreams. We influence each other towards a better direction. Atomy has helped me also find back the dream that I lost. So this is why I continued. Let me share a bit about my dream. In university, I was majoring in international development studies. My dream ever since I was young was to change the world to a better place, to give a positive impact, a good influence to the world. So I was busy back then volunteering, going on different mission trips and thinking I was doing something. But I had one incident that changed me. I went on a medical volunteer program by a small NGO to help Syrian refugees to Jordan in 2013. Of course, since I was not a professional, I only helped in the pharmacy sector, packing the drugs. What made me really sad at the time was the majority of the pills the doctor subscribed was painkillers. I asked the medical team, why cannot we do more about them, like to help them out? And then they said that since they're only small NGO and they cannot be stationed for a long time, we were only there for around 2 weeks. They cannot do big surgeries and treat all the people. We only could help out refugees with minor problems. So that made me think a lot about what I can do. And after we came back to Korea, me and my friends tried to continue the support for the refugees. We tried to raise funds, host services, and tried to share the situation in the Middle East to as many people as possible. I thought their lives would be better someday if we did this kind of small actions. However, the war just kept on going on, and as time passed, one by one, my colleagues left. Why? Because we become frustrated. We doubted whether any of this is actually contributing. No matter how hard we tried, we felt if the cause of the civil war is not resolved, nothing could change, and just more unfortunate lives would increase. It was like a bottomless pit. We couldn't see anything. And in total, I just became a pessimist afterwards. I just said in the beginning of my sharing, do not let the world steal your dream from you. And that is what happened to me. And I let it happen. I gave up on my dream. And I told myself, how much one person can do yet? And I decided to just get a decent job for myself or start a good business and get good income and live my life. But then that moment I met Atomy, and meeting Atomy has changed me. Atomy helped me find back my purpose of life, bring back the value that I cherished when I listened to CEO Park Han-gil's sharing for the first time in SI. I got goosebumps all over my body. I felt like, Atomy vision, that struck me so hard. Our job in Atomy is to love and cherish. That is what I believe is the essence of Atomy, the core, the love for the humanity. Do not start from far away, but change the lives better starting from yourself, then to your family, then to your neighbors, then to the world. CEO Park's sharing was really the answer I failed to find before. Helping people achieve financial freedom, but not from passive help, but a proactive way for them to grasp it and grow together. Not one way, but in both directions. So do not ask your sponsors about how can I be passionate? How can I not be discouraged? Great leaders too have their ups and downs. Even Imperial Masters, Star Masters, and Royal Masters, they all had their ups and downs. You just need to be plugged into Atomy all the time and plugged into your dream. You feel discouraged, now you're plugged out. You just need to bring that cord and then plug in again. So never miss your team system, the company system, and continue to share your dreams and talk about your dreams to people around you. Remind yourself again and again, and remember, why am I doing Atomy? Remember the people we love. Then that makes us move forward. So, how did my Atomy business carried out to be when I continued repeating this simple USA again and again and again? Okay, let me share. I went to Malaysia not knowing anyone, right? I talked to countless people, and one Uber driver liked our Atomy toothbrush, and he began Atomy business. After that, I also kept on busy going around and doing cold contact, and then an Indian uncle I met from the market took me to a pool pub. He took me to a pool tournament at the pub, and then when I went there, I handed out Atomy flyers at the pool tournament. Why, I'm Atomy, hello. And then one uncle who attended the tournament visited the center the next day, and then fell in love with our Atomy also by metal. And then he decided to do Atomy business. He took me to a city called Ipoh and introduced me to this insurance colleague of his. He was really negative at first, and then said, oh, I only have 15 minutes. And he went off right away without listening to Atomy. But he tried one product and that foam cleanser changed his mind. And he said, I want to do Atomy business. And this foam cleanser guy, he introduced me to his neighborhood friend. And when we met, we started the meeting at 2 p.m. and we talked until 4 a.m. I did the demo on him. And after this new guy tried the evening care set, he was just mind blown. And he came to Success Academy and decided to do Atomy business and quit his 4 hush puppy store. He introduced me to his alumni and we introduced Atomy products there. One of the friends liked our sunblock and he started Atomy business. He invited us to his sister's neighbor's Christmas party and I went over and gave Atomy toothbrush and toothpaste as a Christmas present. They didn't bother at first. They didn't even care. But after 2 months, they called us and said, their children said, I don't want mommy, I don't want to brush my teeth if I'm not using Atomy toothbrush. So they wanted to become a member, and after watching CEO Park's video, they decided to do Atomy business. And this couple introduced me to a friend from Indonesia. And from there, my global business really started. So this is it. This is Atomy business. Atomy is unlimited levels, unlimited accumulation of PV, and global one server. This is what it means. If we just continue sharing the love and cherish the spirit and the company system, the system, the products do all the work, and it is just impossible to fail. So never be discouraged by a rejection and denial. Never be disappointed your list is not becoming your member. Your success is not determined by the people that you know that is in your list. Your success comes from the list inside the list. We are just funneling the people who have the same dreams like us and thinking the same like us. So thankful to my Malaysian and Indonesian leaders and members, I became a shower nose master when I was 25 years old. Atomy not only made me become financially independent, but helped me find my dream again and made me into a better person. Atomy taught me, take that one step for your dream. From now, from here, from small steps, from what I can, start from me. We all come from different backgrounds and in different situations. But when we carry out to action and share the love we have about Atomy towards our dreams, following this compass called Atomy, I am sure that all our dreams will become realities, just like how Atomy is making my dream vivid and real every passing year. I hope all Atomy Oceania members remember that stars cannot shine without darkness. Remember that we are all shining stars. Use Atomy products and become more beautiful, healthy, and become successful. I can do it. You can do it. We can all do it. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.
구독, 좋아요 눌러주세요.